Hello, dear students. I'm going to share with you a few information related to classroom management. As we talk in our class, we were discussing about different information or interesting information related to classroom management. What is classroom management? What does it mean? As we check, it is a term used by teachers to describe the process of ensuring that classroom lessons it is so necessary to emphasize on how to use the corresponding information or strategies which support our job as teachers and how to control the development of the teaching and learning process. Classroom management is one of the most important processes we have in this area of education. We have some important stages which are close to talk and differentiate this kind of information. For example, it is an effective discipline, motivating your students. It can provide a safe and comfortable learning environment, for example, building our students' self-esteem. To mention this kind of stages while we're discussing about this important topic. On the other hand, we can notice that we emphasize some important information such as teaching styles, personality, students' attitudes, population. What about the strategies to enhance this kind of processes in an effective way? Try different strategies to see if they work and we can control them. Moreover, the classroom management is important because we can satisfy and enjoy it in teaching and allowed all learners to become independent, and they can work collaboratively or cooperative. These classroom management issues are of highest concern for beginning teachers like you. You are taking part of this process through your prácticas preprofesionales, and you got this kind of information. It is so important to know what kind of problems we can face, what kind of difficulties we can control, and what about the students' behaviors, students' attitude, what kind of needs those students have for interests at the same time. No, by the way, we have other stages. Those are related to be organized, be on time. If we organize and plan our job, it could be so effective in order to provide our learners this kind of values. On the other hand, we can talk about on time, be punctual. It is one of the most important aspects we as teachers may practice. Be on time. Be prepared for changes. We can notice if we have any kind of difficulties. Most of the time, teachers may take plan B, no, a plan B, even plan C, as we discussed in our class. Then we have the kind of learning. You note here we have different ways to establish this percentage related to this weight of the kind of learning. First of all, we can talk about reading. It is 100% people or students have the capacity and internalize information when they read or when we read. We all hearing word through the hearing sense, we are able to state 20% of this information. What about seeing? 30%. While we are revising or observing or watching information, we can retain 30% of the information. Then, if you mention watching a movie or looking at an exhibit or watching any kind of demonstration, a movie, a TV show, a discussion, a forum, any other way, we are able to enhance or internalize 50% of this information when we read, when we see, and we hear the information. Furthermore, 70% of the information is internalized by participating in a discussion and giving a talk. If we interact with others, we are able to internalize the information. We can retain, not memorize, but we can summarize in order to get this information for a long time. And finally, 90% of what we say and do. Here we can put in practice with the kinesthetic intelligence or learning style. When we have this kind of possibilities, we can do a dramatic presentation, for example, simulating to read any kind of experience, or doing the real thing. Or, as you know, we can practice learning by doing approach. Learning by do approach provide us this kind of information. Then here we have this list of methods which are close to the task you're going to do. As explained in our previous class or last class about lecture, presentation, discussion, we have this kind of methods, and you're going to put in practice some of these activities or strategies and notice what we can do and what about our students' reaction from this kind of methods in order to note and emphasize what is the percentage that the students can be involved and retain information while they are doing this kind of strategies or put in practice this kind of strategies. Then you have classroom rules. Those are the topics you are going to introduce about this information. After classroom rules, we have classroom arrangement. It is another group or another pair. Then we have classroom schedules. After classroom schedules, we have attention signals. And finally, we have the topic related to discipline, routines, and procedures. How to establish accurate discipline or appropriate discipline, routines in the teaching and learning process in the classroom, or procedures as teachers. These topics you are going to interact in our class in order to know what kind of information we can practice and develop in the real life context you are involved nowadays or currently through your teaching and practice. That's it. Thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks a lot.